All right, what's going on, guys? Different style video here today. We're actually here at Orange Coast College, located here in Costa Mesa, California.
Orange Coast College is one of the largest community colleges in America, and they have a highly extensive fashion program with courses in fashion design, fashion merchandising, and product development. So you can either, one, learn the technical skills that you need to get started in the fashion industry, or two, if you're just looking to start a brand, they have everything here to get you off the ground and get you running.
We're actually going to do a whole tour of all the classes they have to offer. You know, they even have a maker space. They have a DTG printer. They have an embroidery machine. So we're going to show you guys everything that you guys would need to know and all the resources they have here at OCC. So we're going to get right into it. All right, so we're going to start off with introducing.
Hi, I'm Michelle Craner. I'm a fashion merchandising professor and internship coordinator and help students get jobs here.
And I'm Lauren Becker, and I'm the program coordinator, so I kind of function running all the things here in OCC Fashion.
And Michelle, what do you kind of do here as a whole?
I'm really focused on the fashion merchandising side, which is the business of fashion. We have a couple interesting programs we started here on campus, which really provides hands-on learning opportunities. We have a shipping container pop-up shop, which is called The Box. We also have a store run on campus called Coast Collective, and really all of our classes are really involving hands-on learning and our industry partners. So my motto is show them, don't tell them. So we go into a lot of field trips, guest speakers, industry partners, and projects that are really focused on real world outcomes to build your portfolio. And then I also help with the internship program. So really helping students get their first jobs, whether it's a retail job, moving into their corporate jobs and into brands, and then helping them to get jobs. Yeah, we have a lot of strong partners being here in Costa Mesa.
And what about you?
Well, as a professor here, kind of across different classes that you might take, and then as program coordinator, I'm really thinking about big picture, like what does the future of education look like for students wanting jobs in the industry. So I'm just really trying to always elevate our programs, make sure that they're cutting edge, make sure that we're offering the right kinds of classes for the jobs of the future. So we worked really hard over the last couple of years creating kind of paths. So we have a design path that is fashion design. We also have a program in technical design and product development, which is a huge area in the industry that doesn't always get the educational focus. And we also have an apparel construction certificate, which is really for like the traditional makers and who might go into couture or fine tailoring or even costume design. We also have a merchandising program that has 3 different avenues. We have kind of the business end of merchandising. We also have a media events and promotions angle to merchandising. And then we also have fashion styling and visual display. So kind of just every part of the fashion industry and how you as a student or a working professional kind of like might fit into that path, given what your strengths are, what your interests are. There's an avenue and a path for you to succeed in that. The information that we are sharing is able to be applied in the real world. Like, we want you to succeed in the path that you want for yourself and like learning the skills.
For sure.
I think you really represent like a new generation of our students, students that want to be entrepreneurs, that are making things and selling them, and we really want to support that here. So we have opportunities to help you build your brand, build a brand deck, do some market research, and then give you an opportunity on campus to practice selling in a safe place before you're out there in the real world.
So what's a couple classes that you've maybe added to the program?
Yeah, so we are always trying to think about what's new, what's next in the fashion industry. And a couple new things that we've added in, we just got this direct to textile printer. So we're able to utilize that in our fashion illustration classes. I even use it in color theory now. When we design textile prints, we print them onto fabric. Students can see the actual outcome of it being printed onto materials that then can be used to go sew a garment, handbag, do a mock-up.
And this is this machine?
Yeah, this machine right here. Really excited.
This is a huge machine,
by the way. It's huge. This is like
if you don't mind me asking, how much is this machine?
It was a lot of dollars. We got a grant.
We love grants.
We love a grant. But what's really great about this is sometimes you draw it and you never get to actually see it produced, right? So we get to actually print it out, we get to actually see what it looks like, we get to mock up things. Another class that we've added in is a CLO 3D design class. So we've added that into our technical design and product development certificate and degree. And we're really thinking about like, what's the next step in the fashion industry? So, you know, is Illustrator going to be the standard into the future? We really see an opportunity for Clo to kind of like make shifts in both the design and production end of things, and then also in kind of mock-ups, right?
Yeah.
And thinking about how are we presenting that information to buyers, how we are presenting that information to the consumer. So many brands are using 3D design softwares now for their websites, and you know, not making the product until it's sold. And so that's really like, we need to be teaching students how to do that.
And then for some people that are watching, what is Clo?
Oh, Clo is a 3D design software, and we chose it because of its connection to the fashion industry. But I also think that there is a missed opportunity for us in the gaming space.
Like esports and stuff like that.
I really feel like, you know, a lot of people, Clo is kind of the sister software to Marvelous Designer, which is used in game development. Houdini's also used in game development. And people are using these softwares to create the clothing for your characters and your avatars and all of the video games that
like
you're
a
playing
digital world.
in the digital world. And, you know, how are we servicing that environment with a fashion mindset? And we're not, and I think we could be. So that's kind of like another step of kind of future thinking.
Like being ahead of the curve.
Where can we align our students to get jobs, even in areas that maybe haven't been considered?
Untraditional. Wow, so you guys are literally, so you're right, you're literally looking to the future and seeing how we can apply that here at OCC. That's awesome.
All right, so I'm here with Michelle, and now we're going to talk about how OCC can help you get your brand off the ground, launch a brand, and all of the courses that they have to help assist you with that.
Right now, I think one of our strongest classes that our students are taking that want to start their own brand is our new e-commerce classes. We have 2 classes. So the first one is really using Shopify, learning the theories, strategies from taking your designs, taking good quality photos, getting them up on a website, what you have to consider to fulfill the orders. And then now we have a new e-commerce class. That's the second class that's going to give you, once you have a website, how do you get traffic to, you know, your website, and how do you get sales? So more digital marketing, high level organization of your website. So we're really excited about that. Those are some new classes that you can take. We also have the Fashion 177 fashion merchandising concepts, where you really look at target market research, building your branding, and talking about how to pull that together and tell your brand story and your personality. So we also got a new product development class that's awesome. It goes from concept to development of the product. You can take t-shirt design and learn where to print that, how to get it manufactured, how to create a tech pack. We're looking at like building an accessory as well in that class. So you're going from a design to actually producing an accessory in your hands. So you can learn about factories, you can learn about how to actually use your tech pack to communicate with somebody else that's external to your business. So that's a really incredible class that students can take that really can leverage their brands. And then we also have something called Pirates Plank on campus, where students can come here and pitch their brands and get money. And we also have a scholarship fund, where before it was about making, designing, and selling differently. So really encouraging students to put themselves out there and build their brands. And we gave away $5,000 last year for student scholarships, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, there's just a ton of information packed into these classes that, you know, really, I think take some people years to learn. I mean, there's so many little facets that you have to learn about, you know, even just launching a Shopify store and then getting into understanding demographics and all of that. It's a bunch of information that they really pack into these classes, and it's very insightful, I would say. There's also a shop here, right, called the Coast Collective, where if you already have a brand and you're a student at OCC, you can sell your clothing on campus in a store designed for students. They're able to sell their clothing, right?
Yeah, it's a store made by students for students, and it's students work it. Students have internships there. We've even had a student that really wanted to create some art and have a space to create her art. So we connected her with one of our industry contacts who is a muralist, and he taught her how to do a mural in the store. So her art is in the store right now, which is really, really cool. So we're really here to inspire and empower, what we listen to our students and what they need and what they want to learn, and we help them get there. And for me, I think if you're starting a small brand, the biggest thing is you need to go work for other brands too. to do it really well. So the internship class is a really good opportunity to get your foot in the door somewhere that maybe you would never have access to. We have those relationships. We can help you get in there, get that work experience, and then you can learn a lot from other brands while you're starting your own brand. It's a really great way to learn from others. And then one other thing that we have is our advisory board. And we have, brands that come together, they take away their competition, and they come together to really look at what's best for the industry and help move the industry forward, and talk about what new skills programs need to be offered. And really that's why I think we're the most up-to-date current program. And you don't have to go to a private school, it's really affordable. You can really get these skills, and a lot of students come take 1 or 2 classes and then, get their start.
I mean, they even have dorms here, so if you're out of state, there's housing at OCC to, have you chase your dreams.
Or what classes, I guess, have been really impactful to you?
A lot of the classes, honestly, like Illustrator was really a big class for me to learn how to use Illustrator, learn how to properly tech pack. That was a great skill that I kind of acquired in this. I also just completely learned how to sew. I mean, you can see in the background here, I think, all the kids sewing. This is where I learned how to sew. I had no sewing experience prior to going to school, and now I can completely construct a pair of jeans, I can make a shirt, and I can make basically anything I want to. So a lot of technical skills that you can pick up here for sure.
And just like that textile knowledge, right? Like understanding different types of knits or wovens or the products like blanks, even what you're buying if you're starting your own brand. Is it a good value? Is it gonna last? How's it gonna wash and wear? That's a great class too.
For sure.
For sure.
So we actually just pulled 2 OCC students out of class that actually run a brand, and we wanted to see how the OCC classes literally help them with their brand at night and how they kind of use all the knowledge that they learn here and how they apply it. So what's your guys' brand and what do you guys do?
So we're Damaged Collective. We're like a essential streetwear kind of, like we're emerging, we're a small company right now, it's a team of 3. He's doing fashion design, I'm doing fashion merchandising, and our third partner is doing graphic design. And he's studying at this college in Nebraska, but he's doing all online classes, so he's finishing up there. And really we're just trying to learn as much as we can, put as much effort in as we can into school, with internships and all this other stuff that's going on the side as well, to really take as much knowledge as we can and put all of that in this creative vision that we have for ourselves. And as a creative collective, that's like what we call it, because it's like a collaborative effort to put his work together, the team like coming up with different designs, different ideas for like drop dates, and really just like a whole collective effort to go in and share a vision of like one's life experience in like clothing and like functional art.
And then how long have you guys had your brand for?
We've been working on it for like a year now. I think last year we like kind of came up with the idea of like, oh dude, let's like start doing something, like let's make a clothing brand. And then we started doing classes and we started learning, oh, like this is gonna be a lot harder than we initially thought. Like, so we put our heads down, we're just starting to get our foot in that door, like really come out as like our own entity in the world, hopefully.
And then how long have you guys been at OCC?
So this is my second semester.
Second semester?
We're coming up on a year.
On a year? Okay, so you guys are new then. And how would you say the program has like helped you run your brand?
We started off just printing just in our backyard, and then it wasn't coming out great. So having teachers that actually care and want to help us and want to see us succeed has really pushed us to like ask questions and fix what we were messing up on originally and get better quality out of our stuff.
Hell yeah. What class helped you the most so far?
We just finished up with our last final today for our fashion merchandising class.
Got it.
And because the last finals, we have to do like a brand deck and like a product pitch. So we had the opportunity to do our brand. So we were creating this like professional like layout for like a presentation to like pitch the product, and also like gather thoughts on like merchandising, which like doing point of purchases, different like tags, like slogans, hang tags, all like the little stuff that like you don't really think about when you just want to make clothes, but we were trying to like hone in right now so we can have like it all situated together right when we're hoping to have a drop March 1st this like upcoming year, and then hopefully have drops every month after that as well. So I mean, the future is just has a lot to hold, and we're here to take advantage of it.
So you would say the brand deck?
Yeah, the brand deck, the merchandising has helped me personally a lot, just because it's understanding the business side of it.
That's crazy you say the brand deck, is we just did an interview with Steven Menace. He runs Menace Los Angeles, and he goes in and he talks about how the brand deck is an essential part of you know, basically showing a corporate brand or a collaborator on how your brand works and how your brand runs, who's worn your brand, what are your color schemes for your brand, your, you know, your slogans and everything. So it goes to show that here at OCC, they're actually learning everything, and you can kind of see that, you know, other people that we've interviewed, it literally applies. So tell us a little bit about the product that you guys got behind you.
All right, so most of these were made at the makerspace on campus. The embroidery was done here, and then they have some sewing machines so we could sew in our tags as well. But they had a lot of machines for us to use. The DTG machine printed this one, and it gave like a screen printed effect. And then, yeah, we just have a lot of opportunity to kind of build what we want there.
I remember when I was coming here back in the day, the makerspace was just getting implemented. It was like this first year, and it was just like, I probably ripped that DTG printer. Like, I'd probably go in there with like 50 t-shirts, and I would literally just be there all day, pump them out.
One of the main reasons we came back to school was Ben told us that there was an opportunity to print here. And we were like, okay, you just got to take one class to be able to use that. So it was pretty sweet, and that got us on board.
Yeah, dude. All right, so let's go check out the makerspace.
All right, so we are here outside of the makerspace with Garrett. He runs this whole room right here. We're well acquainted. I'm here a lot. Give us a quick overview of, like, you know, the makerspace and what this whole room is.
So this shop is here for the whole Orange Coast College community. This is here as a resource. So just like the library on campus is here for students to rent books, study, this is like your campus garage. The school has provided the students with a whole space to basically work on their projects, prototype their ideas, and utilize the equipment we have here to get started with either building their own brand, finishing their class projects, or just learning some new technology. It's just a great resource that everyone is welcome to use on their own time.
And it's got a lot of resources for fashion. A lot of people honestly like start their brands out of this room right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're gonna dive in here and take a look at some of the things that they have to offer. Let's get it.
So as we can see in the shop, we have tons of different pieces of equipment all around the room. So on the right, we have a lot of our soft goods. So we have textiles, we have industrial embroidery, industrial sewing. Towards the back, we have direct-to-garment printing. On the other side of the room is more wood shop and machining. I would probably say the most used are t-shirt printing, embroidery, 3D printers, as you can see in the back. But if you follow me through the room, we'll show you some of the work we do. So we have an industrial Tajima single head embroidery machine, so students can use this to stitch artwork such as this onto virtually any garment. So they could do it on hats, bags, flat fabric that hasn't been sewn together yet, finished garments.
And this was done here, right?
Correct. Yep. This was all made on the machine. When they first brought the machine in and taught us the equipment, they ran this as a sample to show this is what you can do. So we teach you how to digitize your own artwork on the computer, as well as running the machine to get your final product, or just example of a garment, it doesn't have to be a product. We also have the industrial sewing machines here. Students can use these to alter existing garments, make new garments. People are always making some interesting projects on these. Lots of the materials are here for free to experiment as well, but you can bring your own garments to test on, which is, you know, a very easy thing to work with in here. Towards the back, we have, sticking with textiles, we have our direct-to-garment printer. So you can print
people on it right now.
As you can see, they're always working. You can see we've got some pretty simple prints. It's like a photographic printer, except the ink's built for fabrics. So it prints best on 100% cotton. So the students can bring in their own shirts, their own sweatshirts, print out their projects. A lot of the student clubs on campus will print their club merch. So a lot of the athletic teams as well will print their own team shirts. They'll make some embroidered hats for the rowing team or the track team. The 3D printers are also highly used. A lot of the students will print maybe the sculptures they're designing in their classes. We also 3D print tons of functional parts for the shop. You know, we made our own little attachments for the t-shirt printer with 3D printed components.
DTG is just so like often used in the industry. You know, I feel like that's just a great for like people starting to their brands out. You know, like you're able to come here and use the DTG printer, print samples, print whatever. And then I guess, yeah, with the laser cutter, you can print DTF and then heat press it on.
You could use the laser or the vinyl cutter with a knife. Either one works. Yeah, those are the things that get everybody excited because the students come in, they've never used the machine before, and they get to see someone making real live pieces.
Yeah.
And then they immediately understand, oh, I can make this here too. Totally expands.
possibilities, honestly, are endless in here. And all of this, all you need to do is just be signed up for one class. You're registered for one class at Orange Coast College.
Exactly.
You got access to this whole room.
Doesn't matter what class it is, as long as you're enrolled in one credit, this is your resource. You have access to some of the cutting edge technology that's available.
All right, well, thank you. I really appreciate you giving us a
Appreciate
tour.
you coming to visit the shop and spread the word. We want the students to know this is here.
Of course.
All right, guys, so that's gonna be the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're a clothing brand owner and you wanna just get into something or you need some schooling, I'm telling you guys, OCC Fashion Department is where it's at. They literally have everything you need from start to finish.
It felt necessary to highlight different avenues and ways that you can get into the industry, you know, because everyone's got a different path and route in life. And I think, you know, it's important to take advantage of the resources that you can. And, you know, school is one of those resources that can really take you far, especially in the fashion industry. And this is an incredible school to kind of get your foot in the door. So hopefully you check it out. The name of the school is Orange Coast College, and international, across the country, anyone can come here. They have dorms on site. It's open to everybody, and it's a community college, public schools. It's inexpensive, you know, it's affordable, and it's just honestly top of the line, especially for fashion.